This is Scotty Silver for IFL TV in association with MTK Global. I'm very happy to be joined by the one and only lightweight champion of the world, Mr. Terry Flanagan, looking very suntanned, mate.
I've been soaking the sun up here in Lanzarote. It's good break for me.
Well, you do seem to love it here, and of course before Lanzarote, I think you was in Mexico before this, wasn't it?
Yeah, I went to Mexico with my missus and little boy, and then flew out here for a 2-week little training camp, just ticking over, not really doing too much. I mean, I'm waiting on a date. It's looking like it'll be around September time. Been a Mandatory Challenger, Felix Video. Yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Crikey, so that looks like that will be the next month.
Yeah, it looks like that. I mean, that's what they're talking. I think they've made us an offer. I think it's going to go to purse bids, and we'll see who wins them. Hopefully Frank wins them.
Well, it's going to be another tough fight. I know everyone was saying about how hard Petrov was going to be. I think in the boxing fraternity, they all knew how tough Petrov was. I mean, I know his profile wasn't maybe there to the casual boxing fan, but I think everyone knew what a tough night that was going to be. But you seem to deal with it very well, though.
Yeah, it was easy work, really, in the end. I mean, I expected a lot harder fight, but I always do that. I build a fight up in my head to be harder than what it actually is. I mean, I watch fighters against other fighters and they look better, but they're not in there with me. It's like I just felt a level above him, and yeah, shown that in the night. I won pretty much every round, a comfortable win.
Yeah.
Probably could have got forced a stoppage if I'd have forced it, but I was happy to come out of there unmarked and yeah, with a win.
I mean, on a personal note as well, I know as a kid, one of your fondest memories was like watching Ricky Hatton against Costa Zoo, and you've had some of the best nights of your career at the Manchester Arena. I mean, how gutted was you when the news broke like last week with the Manchester attacks?
Oh, I was devastated. I mean, I was over here when I heard, and my missus phoned me. She said there's been a bomb in the MEN, and then I heard all the stories coming out that it was kids that had died and stuff like that, and little stories what had been in the paper saying what had happened. It just brings a tear to you. I mean, I was crying myself. I won't lie, it was upsetting, but yeah, well, we have to just stick together now and get through these hard times.
Well, I was going to say, not just Manchester has been sticking together, like the whole of the UK is sort of united in the world, and I think there's a massive benefit concert that's going on Sunday as well at the Old Trafford Cricket Ground. I mean, you're bound to have more good nights at the Manchester Arena, but something like that, do you think it ever put a doubt in your head when you were like in the ring of what's sort of gone on?
No, not at all. You can't let them beat you, can you? You have to just get on with it, but like you say, it's one of them. I was only there 4 or 5 weeks ago myself fighting, and we went and watched that Mickey Flanagan the week before that happened, so yeah, we could have been there. You don't know how lucky you are sometimes, so yeah, it's just one of them things. You're always going to get bad things happen, but you just have to not let them beat you.
Yeah. I mean, so far you've got the longest undefeated record in British boxing. One thing we've never really spoke about, is how it all began. How old was you when you first started boxing?
Amateur or professional?
Amateur.
About 7-year-old. I went to the gym with my mates, and yeah, done it for a few years, stopped, and then started back up when I was about 10, 11. Had my first fight at 12, and then just kicked on from there. I didn't have the best amateur record, but yeah, I think the pro game suited me more. I mean, me and my coach Steve Maylett, he's installed that winning mentality into me now. I mean, I'm a winner. Anything I do, I want to win. It's just a game of cards. Anything I want to win. It don't matter anything. And
I know you're little, and he's got that killer instinct in him already as well, hasn't he?
Oh, he's crazy. He don't care. He's fearless. You don't have to see him in the pool. Can't swim, jumps in with no armbands on. He's daft. Crazy.
Now, if we go back, I mean, I think everyone knows that you and Anthony Crolla went to the same school together, so I take it that Anthony Crolla was already fighting that time as well. Were you both aware of each other being boxing at the time, even at school level?
He's a few years older than me, so he's right through the amateurs. We would have never met anyway till the seniors, and I was a lot smaller than me as an amateur. I only grew late on in my career. I mean, I started out as a bantamweight, and I'm a big lightweight. So yeah, there was never really that thing there. It just over the last couple of years now, when I won a world title, he won a world title, people was talking about unification fights and stuff like that. But yeah, a nice kid, aren't they? I mean,
So there was never any sort of school ground bullying from him. Or
no,
anything
he's
like
good
that?
friends in school. I used to talk boxing and stuff like that, so it's never not like that. It's still not like that. It's not personal. If the fight does ever happen, we'll still be friends after it. So
Yeah. Well, so far, since you've been world champion nearly 2 years ago, you've made relatively light work of everyone that you've fought so far. If you look back at your fights as a professional, has there been like one fight when you thought, God, that was tough, that really was a tough one? I mean, who would you say sort of sticks out of all the fighters you've had?
Because the fights you expect to be tough on paper, not the harder fights. It's like the fights you think are easy, but yeah, probably the toughest fight is probably Stephen Ormond. I mean, we used him for the Petrov fight. He come over sparring, and yeah, it was great sparring. He's tough, strong, solid lad, and yeah, really enjoyed it.
I know I've interviewed Stephen like last year, and I know he'd said that he would love to have that other crack of you, but is he one that you think, I'll avoid him now?
No, not at all. I mean, I'd love to fight, but he'd have to go and get himself a world title first, because I want to unify the division. I mean, I've got my mandatory challenger to deal with, and then after that we'll look for unification fights.
I've got to quickly touch on Kell Brook as well. It seems that everyone had an opinion on the fight. I personally thought that Kell was going to win that because Spence was a bit of an unknown quality. Did it pan out sort of how you thought that it was going to sort of finish?
The way the fight started, I thought he was making easy work of it, and he just seemed to zap a bit. I mean, the eye injury didn't help. I don't know whether someone said it wasn't the same eye as
no, completely different eye,
so
but different eye socket.
I don't know, I don't really like to say. I mean, he was unlucky by Kell. I mean, he was winning the fight early on. I think he had won 4 out of the first 6 rounds, and then just started slowing and tiring, and then with the eye injury, just made things worse.
Yeah. Right here in Lanzarote, of course, Mexico last month as well. Does it make it all worthwhile when you're world champion? All the hard training camps, when you can just at the end of it all just think, I'm going away for a few weeks.
Yeah, of course. I mean, we're not having a date. I've been very active and busy, so I've always had a week or 2 off and then jumped straight back in the gym, preparing for another fight. But we're not boxing until like September time now. It's good to refresh it and reset. But yeah, I love training. I'm out here training, like ticking over, but there's no pressure on you. It's just getting up in the morning, going to do your bit in the gym, and go and get some nice dinner, and then do what you're doing, enjoy the day, and yeah, it's relaxing, no pressure, no like thinking I've got a fight, I need to spar well, I need to do this, and I need to make sure I'm training like a madman. Is to just tick over and yeah, just think I'll leave the gym today if I want, or just whatever, mate. I just enjoy it, yeah.
Well, I mean, it's been a great time for British boxing, whether you're, with Frank Warren or even Eddie Hearn. There's been some really good fights as well. And of course, Billy Joe Saunders, it's been getting quite feisty on there. He's fighting, is it Kunitsi?
The guy who beat Langford last. Yeah, he looks a good, solid, tough guy, but I think Billy Joe will have too much of him. I mean, skill-wise, the levels, not one level, he's 2 or 3 levels above him in my eyes, and I think he'll make easy work of him.
I mean, you've fought some smaller guys in your past. Could you ever see yourself at a press conference calling your opponent a midget?
Nah, because I'm not like that. It's the way Billy Joe is. He's one of them. He's funny. He's a funny guy. I'm not. I'm just getting there, do what I do. I mean, I do my talking in the ring, but yeah, it's funny. It's good for people to talk about and have a laugh, really. Yeah.
I mean, inside, if you're walking down the street, do you ever sort of look at people and think, I could beat you? I mean, do you ever have any, like the little devil in you that if you saw someone who's got a bit of an attitude problem, do you ever sort of think inside, I could beat you up if I wanted to? Do you ever have any thoughts like that?
Not really. It's just the like weight difference and that like that in them. They're bigger than me, but I'm not really like that. I just keep myself to myself. I probably look at people and think it's going to be harder than what it actually is, and then it ends up easier. So yeah, it's the way I've always done things. I always build people up to be better than what they are, and then when I get in there I think it's not as bad as I thought.
Now, you're saying about the next fight, you kind of, I mean, Billy Joe Saunders, I think he's fighting the beginning of July.
Yeah,
you
July 8th
he's
fighting.
You sort of hoping to get out maybe July, August time?
No, September time, I reckon, yeah, around that time. I mean, I'll get home and have a good solid 12-week camp and get myself ready for a tough fight.
Well, last time I saw you here with the family was around Christmas time, and I know that you proposed to Chanel. You said that she'd done her apprenticeship and deserved it and everything. Have you actually set a date yet?
No, there's no rush. It's just one of them things. Just thought, been with her 10 years, she's mother of my child, and thought the time was right. But yeah, there's no rush. I mean, I probably won't get married when I'm still boxing anyway. I'd probably wait till I retire. But yeah, I'm happy with the way things are at the minute.
And if the next fight pans out, are you hoping that it's going to be in Manchester? I mean, would you travel abroad?
Yeah, of course. I mean, it is what it is now. It's gone to purse bids. It's whoever wins the purse bid, Frank or Bob Arum. And I think if Frank wins them, it'll be in Manchester. If Bob Arum wins them, it'll probably be in New York. So, yeah, I'm easy, me, whatever. I mean, I think there'll be more pressure on him fighting over there in America than there will be, and less pressure on me. So, yeah, don't matter.
No,
two great fighters, unbeaten fighters. Get in there and give it the all.
And if you can get by that one okay, I suppose there might be a possibility that be out probably January time against maybe the Lomachenko or the...
No, I reckon I'd get another one this year. I reckon around September time, if not just before, and then December time, hopefully for a unification fight. But like I say, I've been saying that I want a unification fight for the last 4 or 5 fights, so there's no point in planning out. They've said time and time again, come through this one and you get this fight, so there's no point in planning it. Just got to just keep winning and plodding along, and whatever comes.
Well, I mean, I've been watching your profile get higher and higher over the last couple of years, and with Frank Warren and BT Sports, a great show last time out, and Terry, long may it continue as well. Always a pleasure.
Cheers, Scott. Thank you.
Cheers, Matty. Much appreciated.